zone. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on dome. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though, that's against a bro code. Headed to his home though, no we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. Then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. How my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting gone.
Trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Counter play with Jacobs, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at about the 32. They'll run run with Walker to begin the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Locke going to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Seahawks at 6-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throw out wide to Walker, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That was a fun one to watch right there. Nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. He completes this to Walker. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Locke. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Throwing now is Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 40 now on second down. Lock. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal rule.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, even though they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown. So
from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's taken it around the 40. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Block off of play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now Locke. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Carr now on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 33 yards. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Block now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. And some space here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Carr now on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here's the goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
This is the tight end Fant.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Locke will try to sneak, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Locke now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant, on the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Lock gonna throw. Finding Walker complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They look to throw. It's Locke. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Walker on 1st down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Locke going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks will add to their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on second down, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on second down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Again, it's Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, it's Walker. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. What a change in this ballgame in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the fourth quarter. That's how you